The motion picture you're about to see was filmed by many teams of cameramen in more than 100 locations around the globe. This may be the most startling film you'll ever see.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment you've all been waiting for, and it's finally here. Welcome back to the Time Machine. I'm Harper, and today we are talking about quitting. That's right, quitting and failure. So, you've just spent about 3 hours on a drawing or a painting or a sculpture, and you take a step back, and it looks like a toilet with a king-sized floater in it. A real stink bomb. Epic art fail. Yeah, we've all been there before. You just wasted 3 hours of lifetime. You could have been hanging out with friends and family. You could have had pizza and wings and beers. You could have watched season 3 of Ozark. Hell, you would have been better off just taking a nap. At least then you could catch up on some sleep. So, the important question is, what do you do now?
The facts that will be presented are true.
Well, you've finally had enough and you decide you're gonna quit. All right, that sounds pretty good. I'm gonna quit too. Let's go get that pizza and beer and bitch about how terrible we are at art. How we'll never be any good and how this sucks and that sucks and everything sucks, ergo, I suck. Hey, you know what? While we're at it, the rent is too damn high, the cost of food is skyrocketing, our elected officials are money-grubbing scumbag crooks who need to be fired and... No! Wait a second. This video is supposed to be motivational, huh? Something positive, affirming, maybe some good news. Huh. Well, would you settle for honest? Art fails suck. There's no doubt about it. And they really put a clamp down on your mood. But hey, here's an idea. Maybe it'll cheer you up if you saw and smelled someone else's stinky art farts. It happens to everybody, and to prove it, let's take a look at my top 3 art fails.
We've all heard of the reported sightings of this creature, a creature most of us know as Bigfoot.
All right, the first dump I took on YouTube was the horrible mess I made for the 1-hour drawing challenge. Yeah, I made that. My favorite part is the woman's left eye. Well, really, it's her whole Muppet in a bad way face. Oof, but I'm going to cut myself some slack on this one because I only had 60 minutes, I was in a rush, and frankly, I freaked out. Next on my list of sadness is an art fail so terrible that I had to destroy the evidence with a giant ink smear, draw a silly face over it, and then cry myself to sleep. This gem, painfully enough, can be found in my How to Draw Better in 1 Hour series. Oh, that's rich. And finally, this giant turd was an attempt at a simple watercolor exercise. It was so bad, I had to tear it up with all the rage that a middle-aged suburban milquetoast man can muster. Why, yes, there are links to all 3 of these art fail features in the description below. Oh, lucky stars! And here's the best part about these art fart stink bombs. They're right here on YouTube for all the world to see. Or at least the 100 or so people who usually watch my videos. The point is, these fails, my fails, are in public. They're cringy, stinky, barf-inducing doo-doo butts, and millions of people can see them. Actually, that would be pretty sweet if 1 million people would watch my videos every month. 7 or 8 times.
I don't know what the breast of a Sasquatch ought to look like.
Hemingway, I made all 3 of these art fails, and yeah, I definitely felt like quitting. But then, like some sappy after-school special from the 80s, I remembered that making art is not always going to be a perfectly sweet land of fairy-sprinkled candy and magical unicorn puppy kisses. Unicorn puppies? I wonder what a baby unicorn is called. A squeaky? Maybe a pokey snugglehorn? Anyway, that's not important. But what is important is that art is life. And yes, that sounds just as stupid and vapid as the Live, Laugh, Love bumper sticker on your mom's car, but check it out. Art can be messy, annoying, a pain in the ass, and riddled with failure. But just like life, there are so many parts of art that are awesome that they will outshine those failures. And the more you do it, the better you become. So how do you keep going? Well, you can talk to your art friends about how much an art fail sucks. That helps because commiserating is fun when you keep it to a minimum. You could try some new tools and techniques. You could make a copy of a famous masterwork or your favorite artist on Instagram. Or you can draw one of your greatest hits. I know I've said this before, but this one helps me all the time. If you draw something that you know that you can draw well, it'll make you feel better. I promise. And if after trying all of these suggestions and reading every stupid condescending platitude on Facebook, if the pain of your art fail is still punching you in the guts, take a time out. That's right, blow the whistle and take a break from making art for a day or two, or a week, or however long you need to get back to a good place in your head. But remember, there's never going to be a perfect time for anything. So pick up a pencil or brush as soon as you can. Baby step comebacks are the way to go. Keep practicing and keep making stuff in order to keep going. And if you do, I'll tell you what, pretty soon you're going to be back to making art that you love. Or at least want to date. Maybe get a smooch here and there.
Man or beast? What it is still unknown.
Well, what do you think? Should I talk a little about the painting that you're watching right now before I do the well-meaning but hollow-sounding summary and wrap-up Go Get 'em Tiger final paragraph? Sure, why not? I mean, it's pretty much the same old shit. First, cut up some magazines for a collage to give the background some texture. Then, make a half-assed drawing with a black colored pencil, slather on some acrylic paint in an untrained, nonsensical crap color style, flick some more paint on it with a brush, throw some oil pastel into the mix because I'm too lazy to make a custom color, and finally, add some highlights for sprinkle, flash, and flare. Hey, don't look now, but here comes that feel-good, pump-you-up ending I so expertly teased earlier. Friends and neighbors, don't quit. You gotta keep going, because you're gonna get better, and the terrible low feeling of an art fail is short-lived. A win is coming soon. Don't forget that feeling you get when you make art that you like. You know the one. It feels amazing. Yeah, go get 'em, Tiger! And as always, if you'd like to see even more hot sketchbook action, cool stories about art and life, and dad jokes, check out these rad videos right here. And if you thought this video was better than me quitting YouTube, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications by clicking that bell icon so you'll never miss another sketchbook video right here on the Time Machine. Thank you so much for watching.